I like those ones. Oh, thanks. Yeah, let's- Oh, yes. Yeah, this is-
I'm not sure. Very well.
Hello. So everybody can hear.
Call the meeting to order on August 11th, 2025 at 7 PM. May I please call the roll?
Mayor Candace Machado has to be excused tonight. Councilmember, Mayor Pro Tem Daisha Edwards.
Here?
Councilmember Greg Lustig has to be excused tonight. Councilmember Alana Vino. Here. Councilmember Ernie Blackford.
Here.
Town Attorney Scott Murray has to be excused tonight. Town Engineer Shane Porter.
Here.
Town Treasurer Betsy Erickson.
Here.
Chief of Police Mike Thompson.
Here.
Fire Chief Leo Lawson.
Here.
Public Works Director Robert Llewellyn.
Here.
Town Clerk Jeanette Underwood, Mercy Citizens.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The approval of the agenda.
Can I please get a motion for approval of the agenda?
Madam Mayor Pro Tem Daisha Edwards, I would ask that you amend the agenda to delete item number 7, executive session. I would just need a motion.
Can I get a motion to amend item number 7, executive session?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion. Any discussion? Motion passes. So we go into number 2? Okay. The award bid.
Madam Mayor Pro Tem Daisha Edwards and council members, brought before you tonight is a bid summary for 2 new 2025 Renewer Model Ford Police Interceptor Utility All-Wheel Drive. Due to trade-in of the 2016 Dodge Charger and 2012 Ford Fusion. The town received an open bids on August 6, 2025. And from that point, I'm going to turn it over to Chief Thompson so that he can go into detail on his bids.
So during budget session, we budgeted for 2 new units. Through the bids, Larry Peak Motors, Young Automotive, and Grimer Ford were the 3 that were received. I did get an email from Larry H. Miller. After reading through, they declined to submit any bids. Normally, I would ask that we just go with the lowest bid, but tonight I'm going to ask you to go with Young Automotive, which is roughly $3,000 more than the lowest bid. Several reasons. We had a good discussion with Aaliyah, the town attorney, and so that's the part we're going to work through. So if you go back to the July police report that I sent you guys, Unit 56 on here. So part of the reason I'm asking for Young's is Larrabee Peak Motor and Grinders are ordered vehicles, so we wouldn't see those vehicles until the 1st of December. So that time the upfitter, we get them to the upfitter, they build the vehicles, we won't have them in use until February at the earliest. And where the Young ones, they're 2025s, they're new in the lot, and the upfitter that we're using, which is your emergency lighting, your cage, that kind of stuff, they have everything in stock presently, and so they can start upfitting those as soon as we get the paperwork done with Young. And so going back to the police report, so Unit 56, which is the unit we're trading in, has a rear main seal leak. Talking with one of the local automotive shops that we utilize here, the minimum is $2,500 just for the rear main seal leak fixed, but they said to expect more, plus your shop time. Front axles need replaced, and minimum is about $1,200 through them. If you go through the Dodge dealer themselves, it's over $2,000. The officer that's been assigned the vehicle has mostly been running without air conditioning for the last month and a half to try to save some money out of our equipment expense repairs, because at this point it would have to go to a specialized dealer or Fremont, specifically Dodge, because it's the programming interface that the other shop can't work on because of programming. And so time in shop and labor, we're $7,000, $8,000 probably, and then whatever that time is. So in coming back to why I'm asking for Young Automotive, I would rather spend the $3,000 on a new vehicle versus $7,000, $8,000 on a car that as of today has just over 90,000 actual miles, but that doesn't include the idle time. So for every hour of idle time, you have roughly 40 hours of wear and tear, give or take, the scientists. So police units have a lot of high idle time. So 90 miles is 215 or 220,000 actual wear and tear on that vehicle. So in talking to Aaliyah and working through this, so under the state statute, so 15.1.113, which I gleefully rewrote 2 years ago to the benefit of everybody, under section C, it does allow that we don't have to take the lowest bidder, specifically as long as it's qualified and appropriate. So I feel at this point it's appropriate that we would take this bid over the other ones, because we can get these units here versus fixing something that is going to continually have more and more maintenance. And both of these chargers that we have left have been super expensive. I think we've paid for both of these cars twice in repairs over the last 5 years. Under that police report, when you look at that, we also have a unit that's been sitting in Fremont since January. And as of this email, August 4th, so we're waiting on a solenoid, according to them, and I upgraded the service contracts with Dodge, trying to get this part sooner. And so back in July, they said, oh, the part's gonna be here August 22nd. And then they emailed me 7/28, said, well, now it's gonna be August 29th. And now it's September 19th. So we have a unit that we haven't had use of for now going on 8 months, probably looking at 9.5, 10 months, if that solenoid comes here. So with that, there's some case law. There's one specific out of Wyoming. It's City of Cheyenne versus Raymond Court, 1994. So when you go back to section C, the little part of language, the governing body may reject all bids, responses submitted if it finds none of them would serve the public interest, is specific from that particular case law. and I can cite 3 or 4 others if you need. But with that, that's my reasoning, and in all my career, this I think is the only time I've ever asked for something other than the lowest bid, because I think it is qualified and appropriate versus the money we'd spend on fixing two that we're trading in. So with that, I stand question.
What dealer is this?
It's Young Automotive out of Morgan, Utah. The last unit that we had outfitted also came from Morgan. They typically order hundreds of these specially built units and have them on lots down there. Unlike the Wyoming dealers, they don't want to pay the interest or whatever it is that they pay at Ford Motor Company. You have them on those lots. So to get away from the state of Wyoming, dealers in Kansas, Utah, some in Colorado, Galena Chrysler. We bought 2 units from Galena Chrysler a couple of years ago because they have them on lots versus having to wait for them to be built, essentially.
And these are brand new.
Brand new.
Love it.
Young Automotive, we worked with them last year. They're really easy to work with. Now, granted, these are Fords. Last week we were buying Dodges, so they are Fords. So I just want to change it. But they do both Dodge and Ford. And the Larry H. Miller email, he had some on his lots, and they just chose not to. They just had their email. Not that it's pertinent at this point, but I think they would have been slightly less, but they chose not to put any bids in.
Mike, what was the number on those again?
$93,038. Grinder is $90,360. Laramie Peak motor is $91,176. Laramie Peak and Grinder both would be ordered. Pending no flukes, we wouldn't see those vehicles until December.
I like that they're brand new.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions?
So if the council so desires, if you would like to authorize the purchase to Young Auto, we would just need a motion to award the bid to Young Auto, Auto Mall for $93,038, based on the information that Chief Thompson, or the justification, I guess, that Chief Thompson provided to not select the lowest bidder.
Can I have a motion to award Young Automotive the bid for the 2 new unit, the 2025 units?
So moved.
Seconded.
Any discussion?
I'm good. I like that they're new and not gonna have a whole bunch of miles on it, and hopefully it's gonna last longer for us.
Approval of the site plan 2-2025 and resolution number 8, 2025. Did I say it wrong?
Yep, no. Yeah, good evening, Madam Mayor Pro Temp and Council. We have a site plan for approval tonight. I'll go through the staff report. This is a site plan for Lot 5 of the Evansville Business Park 3 addition to the town of Evansville for construction of a 7,200 square foot accessory storage building. The lot is within light industrial zoning, and the owner is, I had this wrong in the original site plan or staff report. The owner is Rebel 636, and Randy Moser is the owner, and he's here tonight if you have any questions. So just some quick background. Rebel 636 is the owner of Lot 5 of the Evansville Business Park 3 addition to the town of Evansville. Lot 5 currently has 1 building, being the Mint Billiards building. The applicant has submitted a site plan application to construct a 7,200 square foot accessory storage building to be located near the east side of Lot 5. The proposed accessory building will be used for dry storage to support the operations of the main building. Site work will be performed, which will include site grading for access, a building pad, installation of asphalt, and concrete surfacing, and other miscellaneous improvements. Notifications were provided to the town of Evansville staff members on July 28, 2025. Fire Chief Leo Molson had the following comments, that the applicant will need to go through the county building department for permits and will need appropriate fire extinguishers installed and appropriate emergency exit lights and signs installed throughout. And that'll be part of the building permit process through the county. County engineer, I had just a kind of a standard comments I usually have about the applicant preparing a stormwater pollution prevention plan and providing a copy to the town. And then also, if the applicant intends to utilize the town of Evansville trash collection, the trash receptacles will need to be designed to accommodate, or the enclosure will need to be designed to accommodate one or multiple 3-yard side load receptacles. The applicant can also choose to use private trash collection if they desire. No additional comments were provided from staff, just some general comments. Landscaping, the building's a dry building with no water service, so landscaping is addressed at the primary building. There are no parking requirements for this accessory building. Lighting will be wall pack lighting on the outside, and the owner shall ensure that the accessory lighting does not illuminate past the property lines, and the existing signage is not planned to be changed. So recommendations are, the staff recommends to the town council to adopt resolution 8-2025, approving the site plan to construct a 7,200 square foot accessory storage building on lot 5 of the Evansville Business Park Edition, number 3. Under the following conditions: that prior to obtaining building permits, the owner signs a site plan agreement, which will be recorded with the Trumbull County Clerk's Office, stating that construction will comply with all design provisions as shown on the site plan and other improvements required by the town of Evansville. Applicant shall prepare the stormwater pollution prevention plan and deliver a copy to the town. The owner shall obtain all required building permits and comply with all Evansville code and inspection requirements and state and federal regulations. And that prior to the issuance of a certificate of occupancy, all requirements shall be completed to the satisfaction of the town planner, town engineer, public works director, or fire inspector, and building inspector. So that's the staff report. I can answer any questions you have. There's a copy of the site plan in the staff report, and also the owner's here if you have any questions before the owner.
You covered it pretty good.
So with that, I guess if there's no questions, we can, I'll just read the resolution by title only for approval. Resolution 8-2025 is a resolution approving the site plan to construct a 7,200 square foot accessory storage building along with site work improvements at 261 Craig Thomas Boulevard, town of Evansville, Wyoming, town of Evansville, Natrona County, Wyoming. So we just need a motion to approve resolution 8-2025.
Can I get a motion to approve resolution 8-2025?
I so move.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 4, authorization for the mayor to execute the SLIP grant agreement emergency connection project.
So, Madam Mayor, Pro Tem Dacia Edwards, and council members, brought before you tonight is the grant agreement that we're looking for authorization for the mayor to execute. This is a SLIP grant that the town has awarded in the amount of $478,415. And this is to help complete the completion, I guess, of the emergency connection project. And engineer Ford has any comments.
Well, I mean, it's roughly half the cost of the project. The next step is we've had approved meetings prior to go after an SRF loan for the other half. So we're in that process right now.
And if we don't get that loan, then we're not going to.
If you don't get that loan, then you wouldn't proceed.
May I please have a motion to approve the authorization to execute the SLIP grant agreement for the emergency connection?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Next will be the engineer's report.
Okay, I just have a couple more things tonight. A couple of the active projects we have working on. I have some pay requests. So the Evansville sidewalk project that's currently ongoing, we have pay application number 1. The total pay request is for $57,500. That primarily includes mobilization and traffic control that was completed through July 30th. We're holding retainage on the project of $5,750, so the total amount due for pay request number 1 is $51,750. We just recommend a motion to pay Credo Construction for pay request number 1.
Can I have a motion to pay Trio for pay request number 1?
I so move.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion.
And then the last one I have is on the Mesa project, the Mr. Grid Road and Wildcat Road Improvements Project. This is also pay application number 1 from Wayne Coleman Construction. So this total pay request is for $662,301.47. Primarily for mobilization and stored materials that was there prior to July 31st of 2025. So included in pay request number 1, we're withholding retainings on this project of $33,115.07. So the total amount due is $629,186.40, and we'll put the retainage on this one actually gets placed into a joint account between the town and the contractor. So we'll actually be placing the retainage in that account too. So we're authorizing those expenditures for pay request number 1 at $629,186.40 and retainage into the joint account of $33,115.07. I'll recommend a motion to pay Wayne Coleman Construction for pay estimate number 1 and also to deposit the retainage into the joint account.
Can I get a motion to pay Coleman Construction for pay drawdown request number 1, as well as to put the retainage into the account?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
And that's all I have.
Can I please get a motion to approve the engineer's report?
So moved.
Second.
Motion passes. We'll now open it up for public comments.
You won't need your timer. Take me 10 seconds. My name is Phil Gerke, and I live at 644 Eagle Trail. The only thing I have is I'd like to see the council reconsider putting in the second public comments back before items in the agenda go through in case somebody has something, and even if you want to have it be strictly to items on the agenda. But it seems to me it doesn't do much good for the community to say anything after the vote's already done.
I agree.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, I agree.
And
I like having it at the beginning.
that's all I have. Okay.
And just keeping it uniform, Mr. Gerke.
I understand.
Can I please get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Any more
Oh, sorry, any more public comments? Sorry. Public comments closed at 7:21. Can I please get a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:21 p.m.?
I move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion adjourned.
Did you say nay? He said nay.
I just check and see if anybody's
I paid
listening.
attention. We have a hung vote.
Tired, we can't wait.
We have a hung vote. She's like, banged it, it's done.
I agree. She's like, that was my vote right
She
there.
said, done.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then never mind
I
then.
don't think it was
For
me,
you, big one.
but I'm glad someone called.
Yeah.